folks, this isn't one of my happy videos. This is one of the ones where I'm just trying to do my part to warn people where not to go. I make a lot of content that supports other businesses. You're interested in CRM, I talk to you about Fluent CRM. You're interested in hosting, Manana no Mas is great, but hey, maybe you like WP Tonic. You want to have an LMS? Let's talk about Lifter LMS. Let's talk about making that happen. Have you seen Sure Members? Have you seen SureCart? Have you seen Fluent Cart? Have you seen Creator LMS? Right. So just to lay the foundation proper, I am known for sharing things that work, things that bring value, things that really bring a project to life. One thing that I was very active in sharing was Adilo video hosting. I had gone live with Lifter LMS. I had gone live on the WP Tonic show. I had gone live on the Membership Machine show, not to mention the Manana no Mas properties that I have. And I told everybody how wonderful Adilo video hosting was. As an agency, I recommended multiple clients to the Adilo video hosting uh, platform structure. Now, to be clear, I signed up for Adilo video hosting years ago, like 5 years ago. I think it was 5 years ago. It was an AppSumo offer. It was a lifetime deal. Pay once, host your videos here forever, never have to worry about running out of bandwidth. You can host as many videos as you want. You can embed them in all the websites you want. Blah, blah, blah. There were some add ons that came along. And I was so happy with the video hosting that I actually bought the add ons. One of them was called Beam, and Beam was going to allow you to have an interactive video where people could pick their pathway. So it was a way of like gluing 3 or 4 videos together and then having it embed as one video, but the user would select what options they wanted to see as they went, like push this button to see this part of the video, push this button to see that part of the video. It was a pretty cool idea. It never worked. It never worked. I put in multiple support tickets. They never got my account to work. And I was bummed about it because it was a few $100, but I was like, in the grand scheme of things, I got hundreds of videos on this hosting thing that I paid for once and I never have to pay for again. And it was working. So I was like, all right, every now and then it'd slow down and I'd be like, hey, I put in a support ticket, say, hey, these videos aren't processing quickly. Sometimes it's taken a day for a video to process. And that's when I knew something was up. That's when I knew something was starting to change. Well, if we go back to January 10th, 2026, I did a live and I shared this with you then, but it says, hi, Kurt Von Onen. For years, Adilo has delivered premium video hosting and streaming at an unmatched value. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. It says thousands of businesses like yours have relied on us to keep videos running smoothly. Yeah, it was a great deal. But the truth is, whoa. But the truth is, the ongoing costs of bandwidth and storage have become unsustainable. That's a you problem, not a us problem. I work for plugin companies in the WordPress space, and they sell lifetime deals too. Okay? But they don't bankrupt themselves selling lifetime deals. They offer a limited amount of lifetime deals, and then they have standard subscriptions as their core. The lifetime deals are in every business, a lifetime deal. In a service oriented business, a lifetime deal is not 100% of the sales. So something was grossly mismanaged. That's the only thing I can think of, is that something was grossly mismanaged. So it says, if we continued this way, it would eventually jeopardize the survival of Adilo itself. And shutting down the platform entirely is not an option. We're committed to supporting you and every business that relies on us. That's why we're transitioning all accounts to subscription plans. A subscription to what? I already joined for life. I'm a lifetime member. Nope. That's why we're transitioning all accounts to subscription plans. This ensures Adilo remains stable, reliable, and capable of powering your business for years to come. You need to log into your account now, go to the subscription settings, and select a plan to keep your account active. Well, their plans are easily 400% of what it costs to put your videos on bunny.net. So there was no deal It wasn't like, hey, we want to honor you in, you took the lifetime deal and you got us started and you're one of our founding members, and we want to continue to offer you this service, at bare metal pricing. It's not bare metal pricing. I mean, they're trying to sell it at retail. They're trying to fundraise retail off of people that already paid. So I'm not really down for that whole thing, and I was very clear about that. Not down for that. So I migrated the videos that I needed. I migrated those over to bunny.net. Now, to be clear, they were right on top of things with how they did this. That was January 10th. January 17th, they sent a follow up with bullet points on it, right? And they were talking about upgrading. There was no upgrading. The upgrade was to give them money. The upgrade was not in services offered, just to be super clear. Hero Post did a similar thing. And videos did a similar thing. Remember, videos had a lifetime deal. You'd sign up and you could make AI videos, right? That was like, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago. You paid once and you could make lifetime videos with videos. Videos sunset their legacy version and then launched a whole new platform and resold that to people. That is different than, hey, we're going to keep everything the same and just charge you more. Okay. Just to be like totally, completely clear, if a company sunsets something, I'm not saying it's the right way to go. I'm not saying it's the right way to go, but it makes a whole lot more sense to the consumer, right? If you sunset the original version and you make something new and you say, well, the old thing's gone. This is the new thing. That lifetime is over. Now we're in a new lifetime. That's a whole different story, right? Hero Post did the same thing. Hero Post said that's our first version. Now we're on version 2.0. If you want to be part of that, it's $119 every 6 months. Boom. Adilo, no. The only upgrade was paying more money. That was the only upgrade. By January 31st, it was, here's your final reminder. You have until February 9th. So I got a, 30-day notice, right? That you have to do it. It says, if your account isn't upgraded by then, hosting and streaming will stop. Your videos and files will be at risk of removal. Don't wait until your account is restricted. Upgrade your account now. Well, I had already bailed. I took I took all except for one folder off. I downloaded everything and I uploaded stuff to bunny.net, and I left one folder of like screen share videos in there. And here was my thinking on that. If I had made a screen share tutorial for a customer and it goes away, well, the customer can get back in touch with me and we can redo it, or they can buy another consulting session or whatever. Like, there was never a sold promise that those videos were going to last ad infinitum forever anyway. Okay. So I want to be very clear. February 9th, your account has not been upgraded. And as of today, your access is restricted. So gone, done, right? No, no real cushion, no leniency, no nothing. By the way, already moved my stuff to bunny.net. I'm not really pissed about, I'm just saying no leniency. They said you have a month to come up with some cash or we're going to take your stuff. That's basically the way that this went down, right? We're going to hijack and keep your stuff unless you give us more money. Now, thank goodness I was smart enough to back up and download all my stuff. Now, here's where I want to go with this. And this is why I'm making this video. The whole reason I'm making this video. Okay? I was one of their biggest proponents. I was live on multiple shows, bragging from the mountaintops on what a great deal this was. And it's embarrassing that they have screwed over so many people that I have referred to them. That part is embarrassing. Does it really reflect on me? No. Someone makes an offer, I share the offer with people. I didn't get commissions or anything. It's not like I was an affiliate. So I don't really feel guilty from a financial perspective. I'm not tied to them in that way. But when I go public and I promote somebody so heavily and then they turn around and screw everybody, that's I gotta make sure that I got to make sure I put my sign in the sand and say, no, that is not the way that Manana no Mas would do business. That's not the way Kurt Von Ahnen does business. And I'm not happy with these people at all because they chose to do business this way. They chose to do business this way. Now, let me tell you why I'm making the video today. And let's do, Where are we? Da, 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 da. Someone else is trying to call me now. Here we go. Here we go. This is by, I'm going to move this over and I'm going to see if I can do a screen share. Start the screen share. Pick the entire screen and share. Okay. It says it's sharing your screen, has accessed your screen. Okay. Oh, and I got to put it presentation. All right. Here we go. Chris from Adilo. Chris from Adilo. The same people that are not honoring the lifetime deal they sold me 5 years ago. Imagine you can create unlimited, ready to sell ebooks on any topic in minutes. No credits. Unlimited is unlimited. That sounded pretty familiar. Unlimited is unlimited. Unlimited video hosting. You know, when they sent that notice February 9th, when I went live before, I actually showed you their webpage that was still live that was promoting their lifetime deal. That's how crazy this is. Okay. So it says no upsells. No upsells. Interesting. Lifetime access. Lifetime. Can I highlight that? Look at that. Lifetime access. So you just sent me an email last month telling me that your lifetime deal was financially unsustainable and you couldn't honor the deal that you had sold me. And in fact, unless I paid you retail plus, you were going to take all of my files and possibly delete them, but I can't access them anyway. And now you're sending me emails asking me if I want to buy lifetime access to your new product. And you're saying here, no credits, unlimited is unlimited, no upsells, lifetime access. This is the exact same verbiage nonsense format that you sold the video hosting to me on. So that makes me wonder, are you that stupid, or do you think the rest of us are that stupid? Are you, Chris at Adilo, are you that stupid, or do you think we're that stupid? If you've already dipped your ink into the lifetime well and you couldn't sustain it, you couldn't honor it, you couldn't prove yourself to be an equitable business, you couldn't treat people with respect and dignity, then why would we consider you for a second lifetime deal? Why in the world would you be emailing people that you just screwed over last month a lifetime offer this month? You are horrible at managing the tags inside your CRM. Now, to be very clear, I usually don't make these kind of negative videos, but I'm just blown away. I'm blown away that last month you chose not to honor your lifetime deal on one product. And the very next month, you email me an offer for another lifetime deal on your secondary product. You cojones, man, cojones. Uh, you should run for office. You know, there is a mayor in a pretty major United States city that promised to give all the citizens all kinds of free services, and they were just going to make rich people pay for it. And then the rich people started leaving. Like even Starbucks said they were going to close all the stores in the city because why deal with this guy? He's a lunatic. And then the state said, no, you can't do that. The state said, you can't do this. You can't just invent a bunch of free services and then try to charge rich people for it. You just can't do that. We're not going to allow that to happen. And so this guy literally just said, well, we're just going to cash in pensions, the rainy day fund, and raise property taxes by 10%. Sir, I think you have a running mate. I think you have a running mate. You and Mayor Mondani could run for president and vice president in 2028. Give it a shot, man. The inspiration came from me right there. Give me all the credit. That's it. That's all I'm going to say today. I'm having a heck of a day. Having a heck of a day. Focus Freedom Friday for sure, right? Fitness Focus Freedom Friday. But I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you actually sent me a lifetime deal offer after you just reneged on the last one last month. Stones, big giant stones, Chris. Chris Adilo. Uh, Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Folks, I promise the next piece of content I have will be something very positive about a wonderful brand or a wonderful product. Maybe we'll talk more about Lifter LMS, about WP Tonic, about WP Minute. I just interviewed Matt Mullenweg yesterday in the WP Tonic. It was a great interview. Folks, there are so many positive and great things to talk about. I hate to come to you like this, but I also feel obligated. Like if I recommended this so wholeheartedly when it was a deal, and then they turn around and ripped everybody off, and then they try to rip us off, actively rip us off now after the last rip off, I got to shout it from the mountaintops. I got to do what I feel is right in that position. As so many people say, you don't want to be on the wrong side of history. All right. Hey, good luck with that run in 2028, Chris. You and Mayor Mandani, I think you're a match made in heaven. Have a good one. Bye bye.